Good evening and welcome here inside Platt Arena where your Huntington University Foresters volleyball teams get ready to take on Grace College. My name is Brace Snyder and I have somebody new beside me. Like to introduce yourself?
I'm Callie Collins.
She played a little bit last year and she's going to be helping us commentate, and we're going to get underway soon in just a few minutes. It's good to have her here. I know she certainly knows more about volleyball than I think anybody I've commentated with so far, so it's going to be good, and you guys are probably going to enjoy having her around with us. We are going to get started here in just a few seconds. Going to do a quick recap of last game, though, as we're getting ready to start here. Last time these two teams met was at Grace College, and that ended up being a 3-0 loss for the Foresters. The score for each of those sets was 25-17, 25-21, and 25-20. So, Callie, what do you think the Foresters need to do tonight differently than what they did last time?
You know, really, I think we just need to work on defense, and I think we just need to get more kills. I think we need to be more offensive.
Yeah, and it's one thing that we know that the Foresters have struggled with a little bit in the past is coming out strong and doing a good job, at the net, and really against high-powered teams, especially up at that front line, doing a good job of stopping them defensively, getting the ball back over, and making good plays. So it is going to be interesting to see how that happened. Last time, Carrie Fadima with a .526 kill percentage really led Grace, didn't she?
Yeah, that's insane. Like, we really need to shut her down because she scored, 80% of their kills. Yeah,
and also for Grace is the assist leader in the Crossroads League, Alexa Hill of Grace College, with 882 total assists. Before the game starts, she's averaging 10.4 per game, so it'll be interesting to see in tonight's matchup how we're able to defend against this squad. Getting ready to get started here, and on the floor for your Foresters, Emily Hubby is back. Got Beaver, Butler, Tokosik's going to be on the floor, as well as Cressy. It looks like we also see Diane Gurwell. And a different libero tonight, it looks like, Callie.
Yeah, we're having Michaela Carpenter be our libero, which is kind of strange. But, I think it might be good for the team to have a change.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit of a change up tonight. We're going to see her come in to start off. Michaela Carpenter's going to come in and replace Joelle Beaver. On the floor for Grace College, you've got number 15, Sierra Smith, who you mentioned last time was one of the best girls at the net, and certainly somebody the Foresters are going to have to watch out for tonight. Also got Savannah Hart, number 9. Number 21, Emily Sharp. Number 6, the libero, Sarah Miller. Number 12, Alexa Hill, as we mentioned, leading in assists. And also number 10, Kaylee Teal. Back to serve as Michaela Carpenter, and we are underway. Ball received, set up back in the middle. Ball's going to be touched at the net. Kosa going on the outside to Gurwell. That ball's going to hop over, and that's that slow action on the net that Foresters need to watch out for tonight, Callie.
Man, yeah, we really need to cover the blocks. That's one of the most important things. That's one of the problems we had last time we played against Grace, because they're an amazing blocking team. Yeah,
and you see it right there. Just a little tip of the net, goes back over, and no reaction. Serve underway for Kaylee Teal. Right back to Gurwell. Gurwell puts the ball back off Teal. Good job from her getting that over the net. Great job by Butler at the back. Tokosa going to put the ball right back to Gurwell again. Ball over the top, received by Sarah Miller. Butler again on that back line. Tokosa once again back to Gurwell. That's going to be popped to the opposite corner. And there's Smith with a soft tap. We talked about her power, but a good play by her letting that ball sail just easily right over top.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful tip.
And you can see at her height, she is one of the tallest girls on the court, listed at 6'2", along with Tori Bontrager, a senior and a junior. That's going to be a short serve. Carpenter's going to set up again Gurwell. So far, Gurwell every time putting the ball over top of the net. There's Smith with another soft hit. Tokosa going to pop that over. That's going to be easy. Yeah, and that's going to be a great job by Gurwell hitting that ball straight into the floor. Good reaction that time. We're seeing another sub here for the Foresters. We're going to see Haley Longley checking in for Hubby. Back to service to Kosick. Score 2-1 early. Foresters really going to need to watch out for getting behind early. We're going to see a very bad serve come off the hands of Tokosic. Not meaning to hit Cressy, I didn't think.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know if she's done that in practice before. That's unfortunate coming off the heel of her palm. Back to serve. Savannah Hart. Be received by Michaela Carpenter. Growell again. So far, Forrester's favoring her. Smith, that's going to be a strong shot. It's going to go out the back. Good job by Arian Butler. I'm going to see another sub here. Subs for the Forrester. We see Growell check out. Cobb going to come in. Butler coming out. And Schultheis checking in. So some height at the front of the net for the Forresters right now.
That's going to be an important thing.
Yeah, and you mentioned it just with how well Grace does at the net. They're power hitters. That's going to be touched by Schultheis, her first touch of the night. That's going to land out of bounds. And another sub here for Grace College. Going to see number 4, Gina Novotny, come in. She will go back to serve. Service underway from her. Cobb on the ground for that one. Cressy. It's going to be Carpenter back, setting up Schultheis. Can pop the ball. That ball looked like it may have been out of bounds, but still received. Carpenter back to receive. That ball's over top of the net. That's going to be easy for number 8, Carrie Fadima.
Man, it's so hard to defend overpasses like that because there's just nothing you can do but get low to the ground. And
especially with Fadima's height listed at 6 foot. Tekosic, not really anything she could do there, just trying to get up at it and not able to get a finger on it. Tekosic's going to go back to Longley, the lefty, on that right side. Yeah, great job by her. That ball is going to drop in, uncontested. Looks like Forresters thought it was going out. Not able to cover that ball. Score now 6-2, a bit of a slow start for the Forresters. We talked about this pregame, something that they cannot get out to the slow starts that we've seen them get out to. Cobb coming up for that short ball. Schultheis winding up for that. Ball tipped over. Longley's going to keep the ball alive. Tekosic switching sides. Nice hit over top. And that ball going to drop, unfortunately. Just miscommunication there for the Forresters. And we're going to see a quick timeout from Coach Shondeau. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back in just a moment for more coverage inside Platt Arena.
When a family has to make one of the biggest decisions of their lives, they need more than a realtor.
I need a house.
They need an extraordinary team of experts working day in and day out to provide service and knowledge to get the job done right. Anything short of intensity, passion, and drive is unacceptable. Introducing the Ness Brothers, an unstoppable force of realtors here to turn the biggest decision of your life into a walk in the park.
In 5.
We're back here inside Platt Arena. Grace College up right now on your Forresters, 7-2 here in the first set. Back to serve for Grace is Gina Novotny, 5'4" freshman. Novotny with quite a few aces on the season. Cressy's going to pummel that ball right out of the timeout, and that's going to go out the back. Already a quick deficit for the Forresters, 8-2.
Oh,
Looks like that ball's going to be called hit. Yeah. Much to the dismay of the Grace fans and players on the court, not too sure about that one.
But you know what? They're keeping it together, which is really good.
Yeah.
It's good for their mindset.
Yeah, it is good not to get rattled by anything easy like that. So, Elaine Breedenstein are going to check in. She'll be back to serve for the Forresters. Score is actually going to be 3-7 instead of 8-2. I'm sure the Forresters will take that. Cobb, great job returning that ball. Tekosas put the ball over Schultheis. Going to tap it softly over top. And a miss bump there. That ball is going to drop out of bounds. Tekosas a little unsure, a little close there. That's going to drop over. Going to be good reaction, though, from her. And a point for the Forresters.
Man, that's just where communication really comes in. Just being able to tell someone who can't see the line, they're just looking at the ball.
Yeah. Breedensteiner back for her second serve. That ball just going to be long. Going to be a point for Grace College. We're going to see another substitution here. Starter Emily Sharp is going to check in for Nara Foster. She'll be back to serve. Sharp with 12 service aces on the season. She'll be back to serve. Schultheis can return that to Kosick. Going to go right to Beaver. Great shot from Beaver, but returned by Grace. That ball just hitting the net. Tekosic going to set up Longley. That ball's hit the net just like you mentioned, doing a really good job at the net.
Some great coverage that we got.
But a better hit by Schulte is going to drop that ball in right at Emily Sharp. Not able to get to it. We're going to see Hubby check in for Longley. Longley just got hit at the net. Doing a good job early, though. Hubby is going to be serving. Score 5-8. That ball is going to go to the left side. And a strong hit. Good job by Cobb. Again, who's not playing libero tonight. That ball is going to drop out, though, and going to be another point for Grace College Lancers. It's back to serve now. We'll have Sarah Miller. Miller is the 5'5 senior from Blackhawk Christian in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That ball is going to be short, just pop off the top of the net. Sometimes it seems like those are the easiest serves to mess up just because, I'm just going to loft the ball up there and then put a little too much underneath it.
Yeah, and you know what? She was ready to get it, though.
Yeah, she was. She was. Arian Butler checks in. She's back to serve, the freshman from Huntington North. 3 blockers at the net. Good job by Carpenter getting underneath that. Touched 4 or 5 times at the net. Good job by the Foresters keeping the ball over. Strong ball kept alive. Great job by Butler and Carpenter. Great reaction time. Good job by, let's see, Beaver at the net. Not able to get that to stay inbounds. We're going to see a sub here. Sierra Smith checking in for Gina Devotny. What did you see there? I mean, that was an interesting rally for the Foresters.
Man, I mean, we had it going on, but we just a blocking error. Just ended the rally. We've got to be more careful.
Yeah, we've seen that a little bit. That's going to be a easy, unfortunate drop ball just right there on the short corner.
Man, just a little bit of miscommunication between Beaver and Butler.
Yeah, Butler coming all the way from the backside. Looked like she didn't think she was going to have to get to that ball.
No.
Serve underway here. Hubby's going to return that. Butler setting up. Ball's going to be popped back over. That ball is going to sail out. Good job by Carpenter letting that ball go over the top of her head. Score 11-7. Cressy's going to come in here for Beaver. It's back to serve as Carpenter, again playing libero for the night. Return by the Lancers, going to be put up. Nobody in that back position able to get on the ball. What do you see there?
No, I mean, the ball's just so close to the net. We need to have someone go up on that because we could have easily blocked the ball back over and gotten a point.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately Butler just coming over to the left side, not able to get back to that ball. Serve underway from Kaylee Teal.
Beautiful pass.
Tekosic and Cressy. We've seen those two work all season together, and Cressy has had something special. Able to, when that ball is set to her perfectly, able to pound that ball down the middle.
She's doing a really good job as a freshman coming in.
Yeah, very good job. Also checking in now for the Foresters is Haley Longley. Tekosic back to serve, hoping to do a little better than her previous serve. Overcompensating for it. Mental error for her. And that's something that's just unfortunate to see, you know, mentally. That first serve is, you just got to be uncomfortable after that, just that one mistake.
Yeah, no, and I think that's kind of holding us back. We've missed like 3-4 serves now already. That's really causing a problem for us. Yeah,
and just costly self-forced errors. Some of the Foresters are going to have to fix soon. Growell pummeling that ball. Returned by the Lancers. Put back to the outside. Smith trying to get on that, and that's going to drop in for her. Good job by the Lancers. Foresters not able to react on that ball in time.
No, but that was a really smart play by the Lancers to push it to that back corner.
Yeah.
They see that we're weak back there right now.
Yeah. Rotations need to get a little better for the Foresters. Serve underway for the Lancers. Carpenter back to receive. Tekosic. Cressy blocked to the net. We don't see that very often. Growell is going to pop the ball over top. Returned by Foster. Back to Smith on the outside. Not able to get on that ball in time.
Man, you know, we really got to watch Smith because her favorite shot is to go cross to the right back corner.
Yeah.
And we're just not covering that right now.
Yeah, and a good job by her, just awareness-wise, popping that ball over, tipping the net and going out. Back to serve. Savannah Hart. Carpenter returning that. Tekosic going to Longley. Again, hit at the net.
Beautiful coverage.
And we've seen that so far on the night. Once again, tipping the net. Girl able to just pop that ball right between the blockers.
And you know what? That's one of the best places to actually hit the ball when it's not closed because you're most likely going to get a point from that.
Yeah.
Smart on her part.
A good job by her. One of the veteran leaders of this squad. Serve underway from Cobb. Going to be a quick hit. Good job by Carpenter, able to get on that. Tekosic and Cressy working great with each other. Smith not able to get that off the net. And that's going to be another point for the Foresters, trying to close the gap. 15-10. After we saw a little bit of a slow start from the Foresters.
Yeah, but we're getting there. We're speeding it up.
Yeah, play definitely increasing, getting better. But Smith going to try to pound the ball back inside. Good job returning it by Carpenter. Schultz, that's going to be a great block at the net.
Man, that was just beautiful. You just couldn't do anything with that.
Yeah. Great job by her. Great awareness. We're going to see number 4, Gina Devotny. She'll be checking in for Smith. She'll go back to serve.
We got Carrie Fetterman up front on the outside. We got to watch her. She had the .526 kill percentage.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the players that the Foresters are going to need to keep their eye out for. Longley, good job going cross court on that. And a great job. That one's going to pop straight off the face of Kaylee Teal.
Beautiful block. Beautiful setup.
And hard for her to react in time to that. We see Elaine Breedensteiner checking in for Cressy. We'll also see Carpenter come out. Looks like she'll be replaced by Beaver if I'm correct. Breedensteiner back to serve. Serve's going to drop in nicely from her. Return by Teal. Going back on the outside. That ball goes straight up in the air from Foster to Kosick. Beaver. Violation going to be called a little late from the official, waiting for the explanation.
Man, looks like someone crossed the middle line.
Yeah, not sure who. Looks like Coach Shondell is going to come over asking for an explanation.
You know what? I'm kind of glad he called that, though, because as a former middle myself, it's really dangerous when someone crosses that center line. Someone can get hurt very easily.
Yeah, we know officials are always concerned with player safety, and that's why that rule's there. Taking just a moment, Coach Shondell talking to the official. We'll wait for them to get that sorted out. Looks like the official's ready to get things going again. We have substitutions here. Foster's coming out and back to serve for the Lancers will be Emily Sharp. I'll see Cressy, Breedensteiner come back out. Carpenter is back in. Service underway here from Sharp. Schulteis to Kosick. Beaver gets that ball over.
Good save.
Yeah, great job keeping that alive. Great job by Cobb covering that back. To Kosick going to Longley. Just tapping the ball over. That's going to be hard to get to. Beaver keeping the ball alive. A little dangerous from the Foresters there. That's just unfortunate. Falling on the ground, tripping her up.
No, there's just no way around that.
See another timeout here from Coach Shondell. We'll be back in just a moment for more coverage inside Platt Arena.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring up music.
Hello and welcome to FDN News. I'm Kelsey Cruz.
Hi everyone and welcome down to Forest Glen Park. I'm Logan Hines.
Hello, it's Hannah here on Forester Radio 105.5 FM, WQHU. That was just Brother with Need to Breathe. And up next we have Hillsong with Touch the Sky.
Once the floodwaters go down for
This
some
program, I felt like really prepared me well for what it would be like to be in the news industry.
From yesterday to today, the water has certainly risen and spread.
You become a one-man band by the time you graduate, which that's something that people are looking for. People who can shoot, write, and edit all their own stuff.
I was definitely blessed enough to come in and I started calling games right away as a play-by-play announcer.
Longley tipped. Down and in, and the Foresters taking the second set. Mateo with a nice cutback. She'll take the hit, left foot. That's in! Takes the 3. That's good!
Through FDN Sports, it's really going to feel like a professional setting. I'm looking to really just take it to the next level, really just upgrade this FDN Sports and let people know that, FDN Sports is here to stay. We're here to battle with everyone.
We're back here inside Platt Arena. The score 18-11. Grace College Lancers up. And back to serve right now is Emily Sharp. Coach Shondell already taking 2 timeouts here in the first set. We're back underway. That ball's going to be hit the net. It's going to be a quick point for the Foresters. And we were just talking about placement up front. Looks like they did a better job right out of the break there.
Yeah, it's definitely smart by Haley Longley to just hit it off the block. They're just not pushing their hands over. The Lancers aren't. So that's beautiful play.
Yeah, good job by her. We'll see Hubby back to serve. Ball's going to be up. And that's going to be a quick another point. Interesting coming right out of the timeout, how quickly momentum shifted. Already 2 quick points. It almost just looks like the Lancers are a little lax right now to start off.
Just a little bit. I think they're in their own heads.
Yeah. Enjoying a 5-point lead still. That ball's going to be back. Touched at the net by Beaver. Cobb going to set up Schulteis. Strong hit from her. Received at the back end by Miller. Good job by Cobb. Pulling that off the back line to Kosick. Schulteis, short hit from her. Get another soft hip. Hubby to Kosick with a quick set over top the net. And again, another easy to receive hit. Great placement by Beaver, and that's what you were just talking about, just hitting that short corner right over top of the blockers of the net. Great job by her placing that ball. Hubby serve underway again. Received by the Lancers. That's going to be on the close side. A good job at the net. Beaver and Tekosic together. That ball's over top quickly. Beaver, Tekosic right back to Beaver. Wasn't quite able to get the hit she wanted, but wow, I mean, you see that right there.
Yeah, and you know what? The Lancers are not doing a good job of covering short right now.
Yeah, and that didn't even look too much intentional to me, as it looked like just not able to get into that set in time and made do with what she had.
Man.
Just going to drop out. And is that just something that's unlucky for the Foresters, or they need to do a better job of keeping that ball in play?
No, really, they just need to turn their hands. Their hands are turned outside. They need to push towards the inside of the court so the ball goes back in.
Back to serve, Sarah Miller. Received by Hubby. Tekosic right back in the middle to Beaver. That's going to be an easy one. Kept alive. Good job by the Foresters. That ball is just going to drop outside the line. Score 20-15. Lancers up. Foresters still down about 5, which has been the case for most of the set.
We just need a good pass, and we need to put it away.
Indeed. Tekosic setting up Schultheis. Throwing that ball down quick. Oh, almost a miss hit from the Lancers. A strong hit from Schultheis, barely getting over top of the net. Van Hart did a good job keeping that ball alive. Tekosic setting up Schultheis again. Strong hit from her. Received by Sharp. Teal back on the outside. Great job, though, by Cobb. Schultheis hitting the ground as well. And that ball's just going to be touched, unfortunately, by Novotny.
Man, that was an interesting play by Tekosic. But, wow, that was really smart, actually.
They ended up working out in the favor of the Foresters. We're going to see Schultheis come out as well as Cobb. Butler checking in as well as Growell now, so Butler back to serve. Received by the Lancers. Going to be up quick for Hart. Hit back at the net. We're going to see Teal. Tekosic back. She's going to go across Growell. Again, setting up Teal. That ball's going to drop just in.
Yeah, just inside the court. You got to follow it all the way to the line.
Yeah, and you saw Carpenter glance back, let it go, glance back immediately. Knowing that ball had hit in. That's unfortunate. Going to cost the Foresters a point. Yeah. Back to serve is Alexa Hill, the assist leader in the Crossroads League right now. And that's going to be an easy point for the Lancers.
Man, really got to watch those doubles.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like much, but right now with the score at 16-22, that's important.
Yeah, mental mistakes just costing the Foresters right now. A lot of unforced errors. Hill serve underway. Hubby, Tekosic, Girlwell. Going to be touched at the net. Miller on the back. That's going to be Sierra Smith, and that's the first we've seen of Smith just checking back in. That's going to be a quick point for her.
Yeah, again, going to her favorite spot on the court, that short right back corner.
Yeah.
Really got to adjust the block on the Forester side.
Working out well for the Lancers right now. Service underway from Hill. Butler, Tekosic. Beaver wanted it. That ball just going to be out. A strong hit from her, unfortunately, just outside the line. Score 24-16. Look at in the first set. Looks like Hill serve underway. That won't do it. That's just going to be another short serve. Forster's going to catch a break here.
Yeah, not much of a break, though, if you think about it. 17-24.
Yeah, exactly. Going to have to make up 7 quick points here.
Just got to get on a quick run here.
Carpenter back to serve. Might have been out. Ball kept alive, but that's going to drop out. Maybe a miss hit by the Lancers. Looked like that ball was close.
Man, that was going to go out. It really was, but you know what? Communication's key.
Yeah, and that's just going to give the Force another chance. It looked like as it came off Carpenter's hands, you could tell it was going to land out. Better job keeping that one towards the middle of the court. Going to go right back to Smith. Easy job from her. Short right over top. Well placed. That's going to do it for the first set. Score 25-18. We'll be back in just a moment for more coverage here inside Platt Arena.
When I set foot on Huntington's campus for the first time, I just knew that this was the place I was supposed to be, and that decision forever changed my life. I was a new Christian at the time, but I grew so much while I was at Huntington. I felt known and I felt valued there, and the education department was just so great. In fact, I found a job before I even graduated, and I believe that's because my classes at Huntington equipped me to do so. I'm fulfilling my goal of serving others through teaching, and because of Huntington's impact on me, I now have that desire to pass on those values to all my students.
In high school, my life felt empty in a way. I was living in a world full of temptations and distractions, and I needed to be transformed, I guess you could say. Here at Huntington, there are many ways that I experienced that transformation. As a film major, I feel encouraged by my friends, upperclassmen, and by my professors. Other students and staff are willing to pass on their knowledge, and that inspires me to do the same towards others. My ultimate goal in life is to become a filmmaker who gives back. I want to give people that energy and passion that I feel after watching a film. I want to go out in the world and give thanks to God for the gifts He has given me, making good art, and be the spark of encouragement that can transform the lives of others.
I play volleyball and softball here at Huntington, and the girls I play with, I can tell that they care about me more than just an athlete. They care about me as a person, and I know the relationships I have with my teammates are friendships, and I'm going to have those for the rest of my life. And I think a huge part of that is due to the atmosphere that Huntington creates. My relationships with my professors in the education department are the exact same way. When I got my first official job offer for next year, the very first person I texted was one of my professors. My ultimate goal in life is to not only be the best teacher I can be, but to also be the best I can be in all my relationships with people. And I truly believe that Huntington has prepared me for that.
Growing up in South Korea and Indonesia, I wanted to challenge myself to experience different cultures and environment to widen my perspectives. And I wanted to challenge my relationships as well. I think that's really important because I see the world as a puzzle. America is just a small portion, and when people from different cultures add different pieces to it, it forms a new picture. My hope is to use these challenges to bring the desire to serve back into the world. I can say that my life was transformed by God, and I want them to see that the power of God can transform anything.
We're back here inside Platt Arena. First set went to the Grace College Lancers, 25-18, on top of the Huntington University Foresters. So joined by Callie here. What did you see that first set that the Foresters really struggled with and need to change?
Man, you know what? I think we really need to work on offense, placing the ball. At the end of the set, we saw that it got a lot better than it was. I think we really need to work on the placement. We need to work on our block and the positioning of that, and we need to keep serves inbounds.
Yeah, definitely a few early costly mistakes by the Foresters, just balls dropping into the net or dropping out of bounds. You really need to be careful of that going forward, especially because this Grace College team is doing so well right now. They're rotating very well, and with such strong hitters as, Sierra Smith, and I think we've seen some good stuff from Kaylee Teal today, who isn't even one of the main hitters on the squad, but she's having a great game so far. Carrie Fadima as well. Just some high-powered offensive players here for this Grace College team. So it'll be interesting to see what the Foresters are able to do.
I think we just need to give the same power that we're getting.
Yeah. So Coach Shondell trying to energize his team. Ready to start the second set here. Back to serve. Alexa Hill going to receive by Carpenter. Cressy quick. That ball is going to be kept alive at the net. Little miscommunication. Grace keeping that alive. Schultheis winding up. That ball is going to be tipped. That's going to drop straight down.
Looked like the set was just a little bit off. She had to bend a little bit backwards, but she got it over the net.
She looked at Coach Shondell. Shondell looked at her, and just a little bit of, wow, okay, it worked.
I'll accept that.
Quick point for the Foresters. Takosik back to serve. On her third serve, going to correct, and that's just going to be out of bounds. Schultheis not able to get on that. We talked about this. You need to turn her hands inside to keep that ball alive.
Man, I don't even think it was her hands that time. I think it was just she was so late.
Yeah.
She was going up as the ball was being hit.
Yeah. Tried to react to keep that ball alive. Back to serve, Kaylee Teal. That's going to be easy 1-3 for Savannah Hart. Standing at 6'1". That's an easy tap for her, especially uncontested.
Man, that's so hard to cover.
Yeah. Yeah, and just off a bad pass like that, hard to react and get underneath that ball to pull it back. Serve underway. Cobb's got it. Takosik setting up Longley. Tap the ball over quickly. Hill returns it. That's going to go right back to Sierra Smith. Cobb keeping that ball alive. Good job by her. Carpenter setting up Schultheis and pop it over the net easily. Carpenter not able to get on the back line on that ball.
Man, that looked like it went straight through the block.
Yeah. I mean, great hit. Carpenter trying to react to that quickly, not able to get on it just in time. Still back to serve, Kaylee Teal. She's done a great job serving so far. Carpenter's going to return that ball. Tekosic setting today. He's been doing a good job. Schultheis easy. Smith going to wait on that ball. Tekosic going to set up Cressy again. That ball's going to be short.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
Yeah, definitely. That ball's just going to be touched and it's going to drop in the middle of the floor. What do you see there, Callie?
Man, we didn't even have a block up. I think that's the most frustrating part is you can't leave no block in your back row if there's just nothing you can do for that.
Yeah, certainly frustrating for the Forsters right now. That serve going to be shortened into the corner. Tekosic and Cressy working with each other. Good job with the net. That ball's going to go flying. No one's going to be able to get to that. Yeah.
Beautiful block.
Good job by Harris. We see some substitutions. We see Growell check in for Cobb, and Butler going to check in for Schultheis. Butler will go back to serve. Butler only a freshman, like we've mentioned, coming from Huntington North, so very familiar with the gym, very familiar with the squad. It's going to be a quick setup. That's going to be easy, really easy for Savannah Hart, standing at 6'1" again. What do the Foresters need to do to stop her in her height?
Man, there's nothing you really can do because height's just a given, but we're just such a short squad that we just really need to be ready to move.
She'll be back to serve here. Strong serve from her, going to drill the net. Coach Sean Dell and the Foresters catching a break. We'll see Breedensteiner. She's going to come in for Cressy. Breedensteiner goes back to serve as Butler will take a minute to wipe up some sweat on the floor. We'll also see Beaver check in.
Let's see if we can get a little bit of a run here going.
Yeah, definitely needed some momentum right now. 5-3. Foresters in a habit right now of starting off, placing themselves in a hole and having to work their way out of it. Breedensteiner serve underway, returned by Teal. Smith strong. That ball is going to go off of her, though. Great job by the Foresters at the net.
That's what we need. That's what we need every time.
Yeah, good job by her, just keeping her hands right in front of the net. You've talked about a little time, sometimes getting up at the net late. Great job there. We're going to see Hill. That's going to try to be quick. Breedensteiner and Growell together. Tekosic's going to wait on that. Longley's going to have an easy one over the top. That ball, again, just going to be popped outside of the line.
Man, we've had a lot of blocking errors, it seems, so far.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because at least right now they're starting to actually get on the ball and their hands are there, but just not able to keep the ball in bounds consistently.
No, Foresters really got to think about that.
Cressy and Breedensteiner coming out. Carpenter coming back in. Tekosic's going to have that one short. Beaver's going to place that ball quickly over top. It's going to be Hill setting up Foster. Growell over top, hit at the net. Carpenter, Tekosic, and Growell again. Strong hit from her. Hill, Carpenter's back on the other side to receive it. Tekosic's going to go quick to Longley. Touched at the net. Kept alive by Hill. Foster backs to Carpenter on the other side. Tekosic and Growell working with each other. Teal getting some good digs, keeping the ball alive. Right back to Teal again. Growell and Teal working with each other. Beaver, strong hit, keeping that ball down. Butler, Tekosic, long with the strong lefty. Received by the libero. Quick short hit. Growell keeps the ball alive. Back to Tekosic. Longley's going to kick that ball over quick. Tekosic ready to react to that. Point's going to go to the Foresters. A long rally there, Callie.
Yeah, that's really intense. It's just nobody could put the ball away.
Yeah, and they did a good job of, you could tell the crowd getting to that, oh, it's going to be a long rally, oh, we're going. Sometimes you've seen the Foresters on that. Maybe not get scared is the right word, but, just sense the pressure and unfortunate errors. Good job by them there. See Hubby check in. Ball's going to go. And that's going to be a nice gift for the Foresters.
Yeah, it's a beautiful spot to serve right there.
Yeah, Grace not able to react on that in time. We'll see Hubby back to that same spot for a little more power this time. Going to go across to Foster into the net. Almost kept alive. Beaver and Tekosic not able to react in time. Let's see substitution here for Grace. First one in a while. Coming off the floor is Nara Foster. Back to serve is Emily Sharp. Service underway. Hubby receiving that back. Kosik's going to go to Growell. High ball touched at the net. Received by the libero. Carpenter trying to get underneath that ball. Hit it straight to Butler. Not able to react in time, those two.
No, you just got to be ready for those quick middle attacks there.
Yeah. Certainly hard to react on that in time, especially Carpenter trying to get underneath the ball. Going to go right back to Carpenter. To Kosick, Beaver. Strong hit from Beaver. Not going to be able to react to that ball in time. Strong hit from her.
I think the Foresters need more of just not going to the outside, but going to the right side in the middle, because that's what seems to be working for us right now.
And they certainly have the power for it. See Cobb back to serve. Schultheis also just checking in. Serve underway. Hill trying to set up Teal. To Kosick to Beaver. That ball close to being out. Kept alive. Teal puts the ball over short. Schultheis keeps it alive. Beaver, Cobb, good job working together, keeping that one alive.
Oh, beautiful touch by Cobb.
Just able to stay underneath it. Schultheis back over top. Not able to react on that one in time. A great job showing discipline. Is Grace College there.
Yeah, we just have some really good plays going on, but the Foresters just can't seem to put it away.
Yeah, the rotation was definitely there for the first part of that, but then Grace College just doing a great job pounding that ball straight down the middle again. Foresters not able to react in time. Hubby's going to set up to Kosick and Beaver. Short ball from her. Going to go back on the outside. Good job by Savannah Hart. Strong hit from Kosick with that left hand. Ball pummeled back over. Cobb trying to get on that. Just a strong hit, not contested at the net.
Man, no, again, just like we talked about, the block. It's all about the block.
And it looks like a little bit of miscommunication between the official and Coach Shondell here. The official called timeout. Shondell not asking for a timeout, though. The girl's going to stay out on the floor. We're not going to take a break. We'll stay right here with you. Sometimes those are the weirdest miscommunications. Everybody on the floor is like, oh, we got a break real quick. Oh, we're going to stay on the floor.
Just kidding.
Yeah. So Coach Shondell just talking to the official.
He looks a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, not sure what exactly they're talking about. Grace College getting a little frustrated. Certainly still a little confused by that. Beaver wiping up some sweat. So score 7-10 right now. What do the Foresters need to do, Callie, to close that gap and try to gain the advantage?
Man, it's just the defense. The defense right now, we're just lacking completely.
And you see that right there. Ball popped right over top of the net by Cobb. Sits right up there, and easy for Grace College just pound that ball away.
And again, there's nothing you can do about that but just get low and hope for the best.
Yeah, just no reaction time. Able to hit that ball straight down and nobody able to get on it. That ball's going to drop short. Another unforced error. Grace College having another one as well. Beaver coming out. We'll see Cressy come in. Back to serve is Carpenter. And serve underway from her. Going to be short. Hill setting up Hart. And Fish is going to give the point to the Foresters. Schultheis making clear that was the net and not her touching the ball. Good job making sure the Foresters get the point there. Score 11-9. Foresters trying to come back and get in the lead. It's just been a hard set for them so far, trying to gain that advantage. Cressy almost double touching the ball. Koska reacting well, just not able to pop that ball over top. And who else could it be? Sierra Smith checking back into the game.
Man, we just really got to watch her.
She got a little bit of rest, and now she's back. That ball's going to be lofted up high. Schultheis going to go to Kosick. Cressy, that ball straight into the net, not going to be touched. Those are the costly errors that the Foresters are going to have to fix, Callie.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. It looks like we're having a little bit of problems with chemistry on the court.
Yeah, and it's interesting just because a lot of the errors are unforced right now.
I think those are the easiest ones to make.
Hill setting up Hart. Cobb receiving the ball. It's going to be Kosick. Quick from her over top. Hill setting up Smith back. Good job by Cobb, though, reacting to that ball. Schultheis right back in the hands of the blockers. Cobb to Kosick. Schultheis back again on the left side. Touch to the net. Ball kept alive. Going to go on the opposite side to Teal. Foresters ready for that defensively. Kosick going to set up Schultheis, who's got to tip the ball quickly. Cobb reacted as well. Cobb again able to get underneath that ball. Cressy, Cobb. It's actually going to be Hubby. Ball took over the net by Carpenter. You see Smith winding up. Great job by Cobb again, keeping that alive. Schulthei is going to power that one. That's going to go out far on the right side. And that's going to be a timeout by Coach Shondell. We are going to go to commercial. Be right back for more coverage inside Platt Arena.
It's just an incredible feeling to know that you are handing these folks the keys to a life-changing house. It's not just a house. It's not just walls and windows. It's a home that they get to bring up their family in, bring up their kids in, and show their kids what it means to get out of poverty and to make a better life for themselves. My name is Casey Cole-Morgan. I'm the Executive Director at Huntington County Habitat for Humanity. We are a construction company. We are a mortgage company. We are a financial institution. We are advocates for families. We are a budgeting center. And on top of it, we are also a retail store. So we wear a lot of hats as an organization. Our main focus is to serve the community any way we can. And so we want to help families empower themselves and find a better life through the process of homeownership. The need is so great.
We're back here inside Platt Arena. Score is 14-9 in the second set. Grace College taking home the first set, and back to serve right now is Alexa Hill, the sophomore. Ball's going to be returned by Carpenter, the senior, going to Cressy. And that's going to be a quick point for the Foresters out of the timeout.
Really smart play by the Foresters to set it to Cressy.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the hotter hands here, and especially as a freshman. Sometimes it's hard for teams, these teams have played before, but it's hard for teams to really gauge how much attention they need to pay to freshmen, not being familiar with them.
They can definitely be a working force, though.
Yeah. That ball going to be in the stands, almost kept in play. Teal not really with the angle to get that ball over the net, though.
No,
that's going to be another 2 quick points.
Forster tried to come into the middle real fast.
Yeah.
Play wasn't over yet. Got to wait just a second.
Yeah, those are the times that you want to be careful, just because if that would happen again and ball was actually kept in play, you do not want to have a point lose your hands like that.
Yeah, it's like I was always told, don't ever stop playing the ball until the whistle blows.
Exactly. Sierra Smith's taking a minute to wipe up some sweat. We'll see Tukosic back and ready to serve. Score 14-11.
Beautiful serve.
Yeah, great serve by her. Good job by Cressy at the net as well. And that's, again, just going to be a costly error for Grace College. Going to be a point for the Foresters. Really doing a great job. Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Sorry, we're looking a little bit more hype now.
I would agree with that. That's what I was going to say.
Energy.
And that's going to be a serve.
There we go.
Tukosic's going to take that quickly. Foresters only down 1 point now. Haven't seen a timeout yet from Grace College. Not going to use it.
I don't think they will.
We'll see Tukosic back to serve again. Another strong one from her. Going to go back to Teal on the other side. That ball, great hit finding the back corner, Callie.
Yeah, it looks like the block was just a little bit late. We only had Taylor Schulteis up.
So back to serve. Kaylee Teal, 5'8" junior. She hails from Greenfield, Indiana. A lot of local players here in small school Indiana volleyball. A lot of local girls out here. We'll take a moment to wipe up some more sweat.
Yeah, so much sweat on these floors with no AC.
Yeah, that's what it is. You got the fans blowing, but when you don't have any AC, and whenever it's still that fall temperature, it gets really hot in here.
No, and imagine how the players feel right now.
Exactly. Yeah, make sure that sweat's wiped up. Waiting is Kaylee Keel. Serve's going to be underway. Carpenter receives it. Longley's going to put that ball up. A little miscommunication there. And just another miscommunication. When stuff like that happens, you wonder what's going on communication-wise with the team that allows something like that to happen.
You know, I think it's just the chemistry and players clashing right now. You can see it on their faces.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell that Grace certainly has quite a bit of positive energy right now, working well as a team. Especially when you're getting hits like that from Sierra Smith. Just easy bombing them right over the middle.
And yeah, and again, just like I've said before, you got to adjust that block. That's our sweet spot to go to.
Yeah, certainly doing well this game. Carpenter receiving that ball to Kosik's going to go to Schultheis. That's going to hit the pole. That's going to be another point for Grace College, score now 18-13.
Yeah, Foresters just need to settle down a little bit. We had a run, but got to keep it calm.
Yeah, ball pushed back now to Kosik going to Cressy. Letting that ball sail a little bit off the back corner.
Looks like that set was just a little bit below the net.
Yeah, and another unfortunate error is going to cause Coach Shondell to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with him as well. We'll be back in just a moment for more coverage inside Platt Arena.
FDN News is our campus news station, and we are just a news station that shines Christ's light on campus and in the Huntington community, whether that be going to a presidential rally or talking about the meal plans on campus. Everything we do for the glory of God.
With news, you have such a great opportunity to go out to hear people's stories and tell their stories and to be light and to share that light. So my goal for FDN News is first and foremost that students would learn, that they would engage, they would learn a little bit about themselves, about communicating with others, refine their skills, and become expert storytellers for the kingdom of Christ. The benefit to coming to Huntington and being in the Forrester Digital Network is you get hands-on experience. So we have some freshmen coming in that week one, they are taking a camera out and they are teaming up with an upperclassman and refining their skills. So by the time you graduate, you've got 4 years of hands-on.
And we're back here inside Platt Arena for more coverage of the Grace College Lancers going up against the Huntington University Foresters. Score 19-13 in the second set. First set went to the Lancers. Now back to serve right now still is Kaylee Teal, as we saw a bit of a mop break here on the court over timeout. Service underway from her. Carpenter receives it to Kosik's going to go to Longley for a short tap. That's going to be in the net. Good job by the Foresters. We have seen them, Callie, doing a really good job out of timeouts, switching around what they're doing and able to get some quick points.
Yeah, I think it just gives them a break and it just lets them collect themselves.
Yeah, and mentally you can see as sets continue, you can tell that a few mistakes start building and you really do see that negative energy come back. They've been doing a lot better job recently of coming right out of timeouts and getting some quick points on the board. Kosik's going to go on the opposite side of Longley. You see Hill setting up Sierra. That's going to be another easy one. Again, we talked about it at the net, but the Foresters not really able to do too much against Sierra right now.
No, I just think that overall the Foresters are just struggling with blocks right now.
Yeah, Sierra Smith just doing a really good job of reading blockers, and she's really having her way at the net right now. Savannah Hart back to serve. Butler's going to return that. Kosik's going to go Girlwell, keep that ball alive. Butler back on the outside of Longley. That ball is kept up in the air by Teal. Foster, that ball's going to be dropped. Good job, though, by Sierra Smith keeping that ball alive. Longley.
Looked like a double.
Definitely looked like a double hit. Some of the fans, some of the fans not too happy with that. I can sort of see why. Definitely a close one for sure. I mean, we'll leave it to the official who's going to make the call on that one. I don't know what you saw there, but it looked like Longley definitely hit the ball with her hand and then tried to pull her hand out of the way, but it looked like maybe she got her hand on that ball.
Yeah, it's just so awkward whenever that happens because there's really nothing you can do, and either ref calls it or they don't.
Reaction-wise, you know you want to get your hand up on that ball real quick, just instinct-wise, but obviously can't because of double hits. Breedensteiner back to serve, score 15-20. Had the same score in the first set. Foresters not able to close that gap. Sierra Smith putting that ball. It's going to be back to Butler. Nice job by her returning it. Girlwell going to try to put that ball across. That's going to drop just in. Score now 20-16 for the Foresters.
Beautiful spot by Girlwell.
Yeah, she really is doing a good job. And another thing that you can see the girls doing is talking and communicating a lot better, at least for these past few points. Doing a lot better job keeping their heads in the game. Butler back on that one to Kosik. Put the ball on the outside of Longley, tipped to the net. Hill, a little miscommunication. Teal going to go to Smith, going to keep it short. Longley to Tekosic. Gurwell pops the ball over short. Knows she's being challenged at the net. She's kind of letting that ball hang in the air a little bit. Butler to Tekosic. Beaver, quick one. That ball's going to go straight back to Teal. Beaver tries to keep that ball alive, and that's going to drop back. Unfortunate. What did you see there from Forster's defense?
I mean, that was a good effort by Butler. I just think that it's just the wrong hit off the arms. There's just nothing else she could have done.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times where she's been able to get underneath that ball and keep it in play, but a strong hit there. Hard to react on that in time. Back to serve for the Lancers, Gina Novotny. Tekosic going to Longley on the left side. Great job by the Lancers at the net. Beaver, an unfortunate miss hit. That's going to prove costly for the Foresters, 22-16.
You've got to be careful of those little errors because they add up.
Yeah, for sure. 3 points will do it in the second set for the Lancers. Tekosic setting up Gurwell. Strong hit from her. Went through most of the Lancers' front line, not reacting on that ball. See Hubby, she's going to check in for Longley. She'll go back to serve. Not too many substitutions lately for the Lancers, feeling very confident. Hubby's ball, that's going to graze the net. That ball is going to be called out. Easy point for the Foresters. Good job by the official. Score now 22-18. Foresters only down 4 points. Got time, Callie.
Oh, yeah, they definitely have time to bring it back.
Great job by Hubby keeping that ball alive. Gurwell touched at the net. That ball's going to go out of bounds. 3 points now separating the two squads. Foresters down 22-19.
Great play by Gurwell. Great awareness.
Hubby, that ball's going to be back. Going to be kept up. That's going to be Teal. Over top to Costa, going to Beaver. A quick one from her. Good job by the Foresters. Swinging the score differential around by 4 points. We're going to see the first time of the day from Coach Katie Van Hoffwegen. We'll be back in just a second to finish out this second set.
Hi, I'm Max Walker, and to most folks I may look like a mixture between George Clooney and Tom Hanks from Castaway. But in reality, I woke up this morning, poured my bowl of Fruit Loops, and went back to the grind, just like you. After you, ma'am. But now I'm here, turning my stingy bachelor pad into a world of paradise. These aren't just your grandma's antiques, these are the antiques you deserve. So go ahead and tear down that old Backstreet Boy poster and throw up one of these bad boys. Thirsty? Come on down to the watering hole and grab yourself a soda. Welcome to Antiqueology, bringing Huntington back.
The Global Initiatives degree that we're offering is seeking to equip folks who are interested in applying a ministry education to cross-cultural work. So somebody who's looking to...
We're back here inside Platt Arena. The score is 22-20. Emily Hubby back to serve. The Foresters can get two here as they're going to get one just off another miscommunication by the Lancers. I don't really know what it is, Callie, but the Foresters are starting to do something right. You can sense the energy switching around.
I don't know what happened.
Lancers just dropping some easy points. Butler trying to get on that ball. Really a good hit.
Man, that was
Fedema, yeah.
Beautiful call by her.
She did a great job placing the ball back there. We're going to see Foster check out. Back to serve and in for her is Emily Sharp. Ball underway, going to be returned by Carpenter. Tekosic, a miss set from her. Costly again. Went from being down one to being down three. Now a set point.
Man, Foresters really got to pick it up right now.
Yeah, it's now or never in the second set here. Tekosic going to Beaver. Touched at the net. Kept alive. Going to go back to Teal on the other side. That ball's going to go off Gurwell, and that is going to do it for the second set inside Platt Arena. Score 25-21. The Lancers taking the point. We'll be back in just a moment for coverage of the third set here inside Platt Arena.
The alumni office at Huntington University is really here to stay in touch with the alumni and graduates, as well as provide resources to them so they can reconnect. It's just really important to us that we keep in touch with them and then let them know what's going on campus as well, things that they might want to continue to stay involved with or maybe participate in an alumni gathering.
I started getting involved as an alumni board member, and we would do various projects throughout the university, throughout the year. Just being able to meet people who've graduated and to listen to their stories about the university, back then the college, and how it's grown today, it's really an honor and a privilege to be a Forester. I knew that this was going to be the university that I was going to graduate from, and I have friends here that will be lifelong.
My name is James Parker and I'm from Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I'm majoring in exercise science under the Department of Kinesiology.
My name is Paris Williams and my major is sports and exercise studies.
Our department really comes in two different areas. The exercise science area, which is interested in the medical aspects of exercise. And the other side of the department looks at recreation and sport management, which is a little bit more in the business and the administrative side of sport.
Growing up, my mother had a lot of difficulties maintaining a healthy weight. And then when I got older, I made it my goal to try and motivate her and help her. And in about a 2-year period, she lost almost 75 pounds. I just saw how her life became better, and I wanted to be able to do that for other people. So it started at home, and hopefully I can impact a lot more households.
I was an exercise science major, but when I got a job here as an athletic trainer, that kind of changed my mind, and that's what I wanted to pursue. So I changed my major to exercise and sports studies.
The professors and faculty go and take the extra step to commit to students and to influence their lives and really set time apart for us, which is great.
My relationship with faculty and staff here in this department is really fun and easygoing.
They'll chat to you if they see you, they'll come and talk to you, and they want to know where you want to go in life and how they can help you get there, more so than just helping you get an A in the class.
I think like most professors here at Huntington University, we're here because we want to have relationships with the students. We don't want to just come to class and teach for 50 minutes and then go home. We're interested in interacting with them personally and getting to know them.
All my classes, we're all able to get direct feedback from the professors when we have questions.
You never feel like just a number in any of them. You actually get to know the professor. You never feel afraid to ask questions.
A lot of our classes are very hands-on. We put a lot of emphasis on developing those skills by actually having them do the skills and not just talking about them in the classroom.
We have the YMCA close by and Parkview Hospital that's really close by, and between the two we get a lot of internship hours and get to actually practice what we learn about in the classroom.
We do blood pressure, skin fold tests, we get to do bod pod testing.
We have the bod pod, which is something that only a handful of schools in Indiana have, and the other schools are really big schools.
The university has been very good about making sure that we can have the latest and the best stuff in our labs so that we're testing students in stuff that they're going to see in the industry.
When you compare schools of our size against us, I'd say our resources are a lot better. The equipment we have is fantastic.
Post-graduation for our students is very strong. They end up going usually one of two ways, either into graduate school or into a position that is relevant to the field. If they've done their part here, to work hard, to make sure they have good internship experiences, good recommendations, then they are very, very competitive in whatever they want to do after graduation.
I'll be graduating this May, and I'm really excited to start working as a fitness and wellness coach at a corporate wellness center in Chicago.
After I graduate from here, I'll actually be going to Manchester University, and I'll be going to their athletic training program to become an athletic trainer.
So one of the things that's kind of fun about our department is we have regular gatherings. We call them Friday at Fairchild's house, and Dr. Mark Fairchild hosts these gatherings for our majors. We get together, I guess it's about once a month.
first I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, we're gonna go hang out at a professor's house. But for my Greek class, he offered extra credit if we would go. So I was like, it's worth it. I'll take some friends with me and try it out. And it was a ton of fun.
I think that's one thing that's kind of unique about Huntington. We really are able to joke and get to know each other outside of the classroom on a personal level. We really become friends, I think, with our students.
The experience of being able to sit in a professor's house and engage in scholarly discussion and informal discussion over something faith-based is, I think, very unique to this university.
If you look at a variety of the research regarding the top skill sets that employers are looking for, communication always ranks top 5. Many times it's the top 3. These are skills that are far more important, not only in job, but in life, in family context, in social context, in professional contexts.
One thing that's different about Huntington University as a Christian college is that we have a journalism major. Other Christian universities and the Council of Christian Colleges and Universities have a communication major in which you then sub-specialize in these different areas. We have an actual major in journalism, an actual major in public relations, an actual major in communication studies.
Teachers try to incorporate different aspects of like the Bible into or core curriculum. There's so many things that can spark, excitement, enthusiasm. But here you're reminded that in all of that fluff, in all of that glam, that Christ is the center and Christ is core.
One aspect of Huntington University that I think makes us distinctive is the fact that 100% of our teaching faculty have PhDs. Also, here at Huntington University, the communication department, we offer 2 very different perspectives on the same field of communication. So we have 2 professors here that view the field quite differently, and I think the students benefit from that.
When I look in the Gospels and I see Jesus interacting with people, he was a really good communicator and understood people well. That's kind of what communication is about, trying to be clear about what you're saying and to understand people. And so by practicing communication, I think we can become better at doing that, and I can be more like Christ in that way.
And welcome back inside Platt Arena, where we are getting ready to kick off the 3rd set here in the matchup between the Grace Lancer squad here and the Huntington University Foresters. Grace is ahead right now, 2-0. Joined here by Callie, who played last year. What have you seen that has let Grace dominate this matchup so far today?
Just a lot of blocking errors on the Foresters' part, a lot of lack of positioning the ball, and just not very good defense.
Yeah, something they'll need to correct here, obviously. If they're looking to get the win, which I'm sure they are. See Takosic setting up Longley on the left side and right back in it. Some good cross-court action. Sierra Smith, though, with a soft tip over top. Mickey, first time we've seen her today, and Brandy Mickey's going to go on ahead and get herself the first point of the 3rd set. We have seen her a little more often. Just tonight, haven't really gotten to see her on the floor at all. I think that was probably her first touch of the night.
I think it's a good change, though. I think the Foresters needed someone new.
It's good to see some good rotations as we see Cobb going to Tukosik. Longley going to top that ball over soft, and that's going to be another nice placed ball from her. Really done a great job of that so far on the night, Callie.
Yeah, Haley Longley really has done amazing placement so far.
Yeah, we got Tukosik back to serve. Not to focus on the negatives, but she started off the night with a very short serve and a very long serve, but she has been serving well since then. Brady Mickey powering that ball through. Strong hit by her. Well received by the Lancers, though. And nobody in that back corner and no contest at the net. It's going to be an easy point for the Lancers. We'll see Foster checking in. We'll see Sharp come off as well. So back to serve will be Kaylee Teal. That ball is underway. Ball's going to go to Longley. Going to be short. That's going to be a quick hit. Oh, that was not going to be well placed. That's going to be right off the back. Forster's certainly going to catch that break.
No, I think right off the heel overhand.
Yeah. We'll see Growell come in as well as Butler, who will go back to serve. On the floor for the Lancers right now, we have Nara Foster. We also have Kaylee Teal back, as well as the libero, Sarah Miller. At the front line, Savannah Hart. And 12, Alexa Hill, assist leader here in the Crossroads League. And that was number 16, Nara Foster. She's done a great job tonight. Not one of the leaders on the squad necessarily stat-wise, but she's had a great night so far. We'll see Sarah Miller come off, and she'll be replaced by Carrie Fadima. And you talked about this. Last time these two met, she was outstanding, had a .526 kill percentage. Haven't seen too much for tonight.
No, which is a little bit odd considering how well she did against the Foresters last time. But you know what? It's working for the Lancers.
Yeah, it's definitely working for them right now, and she did a great job right there at the net. We'll see Hart back to serve right now. Hart, one of the seniors on this well-experienced Lancer squad. Butler, the freshman on the other end. That's going to be placed up to Longley. That's just going to be a bad set and hit combo. That's going to be another point for the Lancers. Lancers now taking the lead with the score 4-3 in favor of them. Hart service underway again. Received by Carpenter. And that's just too easy. Those receives are not going to let the Foresters stay in this game. When you're setting up the Lancers, there's not much you're going to be able to do.
No, there's several times that the Foresters have done that tonight. I think we really need to be careful where we're passing the ball.
Yeah, you're right. It's been several times tonight, and especially with how tall the squad is. When you have somebody like Jenna Tukosik, especially, maybe not undersized, but definitely a younger player, it's hard for her to do anything there, to be prepared to try and block that. There's just not really too much you can do there. So really the back line just needs to do a better job of receiving the balls.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Hart still back to serve. Enjoying a 2-point advantage in the third set here. Going to be a strong ball back to Arian Butler. Tukosik, that's going to be to Growell. That's about as easy as it gets for Sierra Smith.
Man, yeah, you cannot put the ball straight into her hands because she will dominate out there.
Yeah, certainly easy for her. Hart still back to serve, 6 points in. She's gotten about 4 of the points here for the Lancers. Cressy, that ball is going to be hit out.
Set looked just a little bit low for her.
Yeah.
Just a little bit below the net. Can't do much with that.
Yeah, and especially with the girl of her height, putting that ball high up, she's really able to do some special stuff with it. But when it's right over top of the net, it's just hard for her to react to that ball in time. The serve from Hart underway. Tukosik going to go back on the outside to Growell. That ball dropped pretty short. That ball's going to be back. Good job by Butler receiving it. Tukosik going to go back to Longley. Touched at the net. Received on the back line by Teal. Smith, that ball gets hit at the net though by Cressy. Good job by her. Foster, that ball's kept alive by Butler. Growell pummels the ball back, and it's going to be touched. Looked like that ball still might have been touched and gone out.
Killed by the Foresters.
Yeah, great job and a good point by them. 7-4. The Foresters back to serve. We'll see Elaine Breedensteiner check in.
Let's see if she can give us a little bit of a run.
Yeah, Foresters definitely need it. After Savannah Hart put the hurt on the Foresters there. The ball's going to be tipped over easy to Kosick. Breedensteiner to Growell. It's going to be a good job, though, by Teal recovering. Just not going to be kept in play. Good hustle by her and good job by the Lancers, not able to keep the ball alive.
Definitely good for the Foresters, though.
Yeah, trying to get something going, trying to get some run here. It really helps to have easy mistakes by the Lancers to try to capitalize off of them. You see Foster here again. That ball, great job. Not sure if that was a solo or a double block, but
It looked more like a solo from Beaver, but Haley Longley definitely had a hand in that.
yeah, it's definitely a good job. Just both going up strong. We've seen them struggle with that tonight, Callie. It's good to see them going back at it. It's going to be back to Sierra Smith on the other side. Butler keeping that ball alive. Tekosik's going to set up Longley. Only one blocker, not able to do anything with that. And that was a really good job by her.
Beautiful placement by Longley. Again, she's doing an amazing job of that tonight. Foresters really should capitalize on that.
And a good job by Tekosik as well. It's putting that ball back to her, whether it was a set play or not. Walk up to life by Teal. Sierra Smith, good job though with the net, keeping that ball playable. Breedensteiner setting up Longley a little ways back. Beaver waiting real well with a chance to get underneath that ball. Hill trying to set up Foster. That ball's touched at the net. Tekosik setting up Gurwell on the opposite side.
Beautiful set from Taco.
Yeah, and a good job by both squads keeping the ball alive. Butler not able to get underneath the ball.
Just barely missed it.
And you see how mad she is with herself. We're going to see Sierra Smith come out. She'll be replaced by Gina Novotny. And then we're going to see Cressy come in for Breedensteiner. She's actually going to come out as well as we see Carpenter. Carpenter on that back line with Butler. Novotny is serve underway. Longley with a soft touch, just mishandled. The Foresters are really going to take that anytime it comes their way.
I'm glad the Foresters are kind of taking advantage of Haley Longley, though, and how many points she's able to score for them.
Yeah, and she's doing a good job mixing up power hits and just tapping that ball over soft. And it's really been hard in this third set for them to be able to read, but there you go. There's Foster pummeling that ball inside.
Man, just that tiny seam in the block left by Beaver.
Taking a moment to wipe up some sweat here. Back to serve for the Lancers will be Emily Sharp. Yeah, certainly not what the Foresters are looking for with these just costly mistakes in the net, not getting up every time that you've got a powerful hitter like Foster at the net. Foster subbing out, obviously, as Sharp came in to come back to serve. But what do the Foresters need to do? Only down 1 point now with plenty of time to go in the third set.
You know, I think that the Foresters really, right now, they need to get a pass, a set, and a kill, preferably by a middle. That would be what I would do, but...
Yeah, and really, on top of that, just needing some momentum. They need to get something going. As we've seen them get off to some slow starts early. Done a pretty good job this set, staying in it. It's been within 4 points, which is obviously more than is preferable, but right now only down 1. Tekosik trying to get cheeky with it. That ball, unfortunately, going to be easily read at the net. Coach Shondell trying to energize his team again, but after a play like that, you can definitely feel momentum with the Lancers right now.
Yeah, definitely a momentum switch there.
Service underway. Tekosik keeping the ball alive. Going to Gurwell. Strong hit from Gurwell. That's going to be back into the basketball banners on the back wall. We'll see Hubby take a moment to wipe up some sweat as we will see Cobb check in for Gurwell. And Mickey going to come in for Butler. We'll see both Beaver and Hubby just taking a moment to clean up the floor a little bit. Down 1 point right now in the third set. Again, scores so far 25-18 first set and 25-21 second set. Both going to Grace College. Cobb serve underway, almost mishandled. Tekosik, that's going to be a good job, though, by Beaver, putting that ball away.
Beautiful overpass.
And really, they've been doing a lot better job, and you can tell, doing a lot better job just reacting to what they've been given. Not really trying to force too much on that front line. Let's see if the Lancers can capitalize on it here. Carpenter going back to Tekosik. Mickey, strong hit. Good job by her getting through the blockers.
Yeah, great usage of that seam that she saw there.
Yeah, great job by her, and that's going to give the Foresters a lead here in the third set. Score 11-10. Cobb still back to serve. Novotny receiving it. Good job by Hubby. Mickey has a little bit of time. That ball's going to go all the way back to Miller. Foster. Mickey's got time to get on it. Didn't want to go into the stands. Coach Shondell coming out, not too happy with that. Obviously hard to get on, and Nikki almost would have had to dive into the stands to get to that one.
Yeah, you know, I think she probably should have taken the chance, though. There
Yeah,
were some guys there to catch her.
Should have, exactly. And if she's able to keep that ball alive, there's a chance of putting that ball over. Carpenter's going to receive the serve. Mickey trying to wind back up, not going to be touched at the net.
Yeah, it looks like she led a little bit with her elbow there, kept her arm just a little too high.
Yeah, those little errors, again, causing a 1-point lead to turn into a 1-point deficit. Another short serve underway, and Mickey returning it. And that's just an easy setup. Savannah Hart going to seal that ball away. Sometimes those short serves are the hardest ones to receive.
They really are, though. Not sure why, but they are.
We got Miller back. Cobb to Tokosic. Beaver a little late on that. Able to get to it, though. With a short ball right in front of the net. Tokosic going back up to Mickey, who just received the ball. Cobb keeping the ball alive. Hubby winding up, and that ball's going to be straight in the middle of the net.
Coach Shondell looks a little frustrated.
Yeah, definitely frustrated. He's going to take a timeout. We're going to go to commercial with him. We'll be back in just a moment to finish out the third set here inside Platt Arena.
At Lakeview Middle School, I'm a 7th grade language arts teacher. I primarily teach 12, 13, and sometimes 14-year-olds reading and writing.
One of the unique things about the teacher education program at Huntington University is the relationships that are developed between the faculty and students.
They are super thoughtful people. They want to be a part of your life. They want to, be your mentor and help you through this process of becoming the best teacher that you could possibly be.
I have a very good relationship with a lot of my professors from Huntington, and I think that's because they asked me questions that were even outside of the classroom. And then after class, I wanted to tell them about things that were going on in my life and the exciting things with teaching.
And because our class sizes are small, we get to know them as people, we get to know their strengths, weaknesses, because then we know how best to help them. And it also simply makes the whole experience a lot more enjoyable.
I still use a lot of the activities I learned with them with my students today. And so it was really helpful to have that time with them and especially those conversations with them. I think that Huntington prepared me incredibly.
We're back here inside Platt Arena. The score is 14-11. Foresters down to the Lancers. Also down 2-0. Serve underway from Sarah Miller. We're back in it as we're going to see Beaver put the ball over, and right back from commercial, Beaver says, I want another point. 14-12 as we see Cressy check in for her. And we were just mentioning, Lancers feeling pretty confident out of that timeout, came out about 20 seconds early, just sort of chatting as a team. Foresters using all minute 15. That's going to be a great setup and an even stronger hit by Kaylee Teal.
Man, that was beautiful. Yeah, you just got to watch where your attackers are.
Yeah, that was just a great setup by her. We're also going to see Sierra Smith in. So right now we've got 6'2" Sierra Smith as well as her. We also have 6'1" Savannah Hart. And then that strong hit came from Kaylee Teal. Tokosic able to get that ball underneath her. Tokosic, really tried to flip the ball quickly. Saw her try to do that a moment ago, and the ball just got blocked to the net. She was able to get that underneath the blocker's hands. We'll see Hubby come in. Carpenter's back on the floor. We also see Longley, Mickey, and Cressy at the front line. Tokosic back to serve. And she has had a few serves hit the net tonight. That one barely going to hop over. Forrester's going to take that.
No, actually, the Foresters practice tape serves in their practices.
Yeah?
Weekly. Yeah.
Certainly working for her right now. That ball's just going to drop out very close to the Lancers. Just making a close call on that. We'll see Nara Foster should be coming in, and back to serve is Kaylee Teal. Service underway from her. Score 16-14. Tokosic not really able to do too much with that. And that's going to be 3 poor hits from the Foresters, really, Callie.
Yeah, no, the Foresters really just need to come together as a team and just channel each other's energy and be positive.
Yeah, they really need to do better as a team. And that's, really good job. Way to start it off by Cressy.
Beautiful swing.
She's so dangerous in that spot. We're going to see Cobb and Mickey come off the floor. Butler's going to come in and go back to serve, and we'll also see Girlwell. Should be at the net. So some height for the Foresters, trying to match the height for the Lancers. Butler back to serve, score 17-15. Her service is underway. And the setup is for Hart. Touch at the net, going to drop in as well. That's just hard to defend. That height, not power.
Yeah, I know. It looked like Cressy and Gerwell thought it was going to go to Sierra Smith.
Yeah.
Hesitated a little bit.
And we can see why based on how things have been going lately.
Oh, definitely.
So Hart off that point, back to serve. Strong hit from her, received by Carpenter. Cressy with a little time to make that. That's going to be back to Carpenter on the other side to Kosick. She'll be setting up Girlwell. Another point for the Foresters. Good job dropping that ball in quickly.
Way to use the other side's block.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, really good job and great placement by her. We're going to see Breedensteiner checking in for the Foresters here. See the Lancers mopping up sweat just for a moment. All right, so 18-16 right now. Breedensteiner back to serve. What do the Foresters need to do to capitalize on this momentum shift?
I think they need to use the middles a little bit, actually. I think
Yeah.
the middles are working for them. It's a little bit faster tempo.
And not going to happen there. It's Breedensteiner not able to react on it. We're going to see.
Too powerful. of a
Yeah, I
hit.
mean, it's just not enough reaction time. We're going to see Carpenter come in. Looks like we also saw Alexa Hill, if I'm correct, check in. Back to serve right now, Gina Novotny. She's been having a great day so far. It's going to be a short serve. Carpenter's going to pick it up. Tipped at the net. Ball kept alive. Growwood's going to hit the ball over backwards. Almost a bit of a miscommunication. That's going to be a dropped ball for the Lancers. So really, at this point, it almost seems like the Lancers are keeping the Foresters in play.
I think they are, actually. The Lancers are just coming up with some really silly, simple mistakes.
And stuff that's easily fixed, just really giving easy points to the Foresters. Something the Foresters were definitely doing in the first set as well. The first and second sets. But here we are, Hubby back to serve on the back line with Butler as well. That ball is going to be just on the back line. Novotny going to bump the ball over. Hubby, another quick one from Kokosic. Carry not going to be called. And we've seen 3 of those from her tonight. 2 resulting in points.
I think it really works, especially since she's left-handed.
Yeah, it's hard to react to, especially with how quick she's doing it and how she's setting up like she's going to set the ball. Wow, excellent placement there. The Lancers getting the ball right to the back corner and Hubby not able to react to it in time.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication between Hubby and Butler because Butler was right there behind her.
Yeah.
Just got to call her off.
Emily Sharp in and back to serve, score 20-18. Carpenter back to return that ball. Kokosic to Beaver. Going to be back on the other side. Another strong hit. That one's going to be out. Foresters really taking whatever they get at this point in time. Not too many offensive points scored by the Foresters recently. See Mickey check in as well as Cobb check in and go back to serve. Service underway. Let's see Hill. Good job by Hubby returning the ball. Going to go to Mickey right at the net. Not too much able to do. Looks like it was touched at the net. Not too sure, but it's pretty close.
No, to me it looked like it wasn't a touch, but you know what? The referees don't call it. Keep playing the ball.
Exactly. It looked like they may have gotten 5 touches out of that, but nonetheless, Foresters tried to make deal with it. Lancers able to just come back and grab the point back anyways. Score 21-19 right now. Sarah Miller back to serve. And underway to Cobb. Cobb receives it, goes to Kosick. Beaver not able to react to that ball in time. A great 1-2 by the Foresters.
Beautiful swing by Beaver. I think it's real. The Foresters really just need to capitalize on their middles right now because that's what's working for them.
Yeah, you've got Carpenter back to serve right now. Kokosic setting at the moment. You've got Hubby and Cobb. Lancers trying to get something in. Ball might have been out. Ball kept alive at least. Kokosic going to bump that ball over easily. Savannah Hart, a strong hit from her. Mickey popping the ball back over the top. Going to be returned. Hill's going to go on the opposite side. Carpenter gets underneath that ball. Good job from her. Kokosic with a quick one to Cressy. Almost kept alive. That's going to go in the stands back to the back corner. Good job by the Foresters there, Callie.
Yeah, the Foresters did a really good job in that rally, actually. And I think the Lancers are starting to let up a little bit.
Yeah, certainly definitely a bit of a momentum shift You can tell in the gym as well. The noise is back. Carpenter's serve. Maybe back on that right side. Hart with a bit of a run up. Not able to get a hand on that. You got two freshmen at the net, and that ball just straight out of the bounce sideways.
No, again with that block, you got to at least pressure hand over the net.
Yeah. We got Sierra Smith in right here. We have another timeout called. We are going to go to commercial. We'll be back in just a moment for the final few minutes of the third set.
What makes the HU music department special, I think, is basically the people that make up the department.
It's like we're one big family. Instead of just friends coming together to sing and do music work, it's more like we're a family, like just brothers and sisters.
Students have an opportunity to bond with one another, being a smaller group. It gives us a chance to interact more closely with the students, to answer all their kinds of questions that might arise.
The professors are really knowledgeable, very talented, and you can tell that they really care about individual students.
We incorporate the community sometimes, so it's really good to get to meet new people from Huntington and throughout the community and just to work with everyone.
The choir performs lots of times out in area churches. The function of...
And we're back here inside Platt Arena. Score 22-21. Huntington University Foresters still down and not able to claim a lead. Had one earlier in the third set, but only lasted for a few minutes. Service underway here. Tukosik battling the net early. And Sierra Smith back up. That ball's going to be right to the net. That's unfortunate. They're going to be 22 apiece. As we're just back here, we're going to see another substitution. Longley's going to come in for Hubby. So, 3 points can do it for the Foresters. What do they need to do offensively?
Just really need to set those middles and make those serves.
Yeah, and just avoid those unfortunate, costly mistakes. And they're unforced as well, which I know is the frustrating thing if you're a Forester watching, is serves are the things you can control. They can always be in. And when they're out or when they're into the net, it's something that's really frustrating to watch. Tukosik setting up Mickey. Ball dropping over top. Almost able to react in time, but not able to keep it alive. Great job by Alexa Hill trying to get there, but we're going to see another sub here. We're going to see Cobb come out as well as Mickey come out. Butler's going to go back to serve. We'll see Gurwell on the net. Butler back to serve here, tied up at 23 apiece. Good serve from her, received by Teal, going to go to Smith. And that is just, that rotation, you see the middle of the floor open up. Nobody went for the ball.
No, you just got to make an effort at this point. It's
yeah.
1 point to the game. I mean, just leave everything on the court.
Yeah, this is the Foresters' chance to do something. Score 24-23. Savannah Hart serve underway. Butler is serving it. It could be the final point of the match. That ball's going to go out of bounds, though. Foresters keeping it alive, at least for another 2 points.
Man, this is really tight right now.
Yeah, the Foresters really need to stay mentally tough here. We'll see Breedensteiner come in as well as Beaver. Haven't seen Beaver in a few points, so good to see her right now.
No, on the sidelines, it looked like she was icing her shoulder, so it looks like there's a little bit of an injury there.
Yeah, I wonder if that was sustained in practice or if that's just from the game today. Either way, she's back up the line. See Longley. Oh, she's going to put that ball right over top. Unfortunate for Longley. Had time to just bump it and have somebody else set the ball over top. 25-24. We're going to see subs here for both squads. Novotny going to come in for Sierra Smith. Breedensteiner and Cressy both going to come out for Carpenter. So Novotny back to serve right now. 25-24. What could be the game point. Service underway from her. Carpenter popping the ball to Tukosik. Beaver trying to put that one away. Going back on the other side. Touched at the net. Butler keeping it alive. Tukosik to Longley. Ball received by the Lancers. On the runner. Kept alive. Tukosik. Gurwell. Ball stays in play. Hill. Quick hit. And that's going to do it for the Lancers. 26-24. Final score of the third set. That is going to do it here for the third set, as we mentioned, but for the entire game as well for the Lancers here visiting Platt Arena against the Lady Foresters volleyball squad. We will be back in just a few days. We're actually going to be back on tomorrow from King Stadium. We're going to be broadcasting the men's soccer game. Make sure to join us then. As for tonight, I'm Bray Snyder. Callie here with me as well. Paige Schreiber on camera. Logan Hunt producing and directing. Have a great night.